guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to the InuYasha vlogs. And we are now on the next two-parter of this series. Apparently, I guess the last, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 episodes are all two-parters, which is totally fine. It makes things actually go a lot faster. That's why we're actually filming all of them at once. We actually binged them all, and we're just filming these all at once as we go along. So, we are on this arc, which is, I believe, I'm just calling the Kohaku Amnesia arc. I can't remember. I'll put the title in the video. But, essentially where we last left off, obviously we had a pretty damn good two-parter episode. Sorry, my ears are falling off on that. We had a good two-part episode of the series, and now we're on to another ensuing adventure with Kohaku and Sango, and this is a very... I gotta be honest, guys, like, the Sango-Kohaku relationship throughout the entire series, from what I gather, is so off and on, and it just keeps going and going. Like, I get, like, the goal, but, like, when you do the same story arc over and over again, it honestly does get a little annoying. So, this one is pretty much almost a repeat of the previous arc where Sango had stolen the Tetsaiga and, you know, to get his brother back and all that shit. So, we come across our heroes, basically coming across Naraku's castle, which, wait, we were here before. So, it's weird because they only found it now, and what's funny is, I'll bring this up in a sec, but yeah, they come across Naraku's castle, and the dead bodies of Sango's family and comrades, which they give a proper burial, because Moroku's like, we should give them a proper burial and not in this tainted demonic land, which is very respectful. So they they dig up the bodies and they rebury them in a nice little grave and everything. But anyway, so we find out, we find Kohaku, because funny enough, when we last left off, we never saw him after the whole castle disappeared at the end of that arc they had before. And basically, Kohaku has zero memories of his past. He's with this kind old man and lady, and of course, a demon attacks, and which brings in InuYasha in the group, as well as Sango, and they take Kohaku in and protect him. And we see that Sango still cares about her little brother. Maybe a little too much, and I'll get to that in a sec. But anyway, so Kagura shows up, of course, and wants Kohaku back. So there's a big fight that happens with all these demons. Essentially, Naraku sends an army to take care of them, which, why the fuck haven't you done this before? Just, you know, army and just wipe out the village or something. I don't get it. But to the point, Kagome takes Kohaku away to protect him, which, by the way, she shoots a couple of demons. There are some great shots in this episode, too. These last few arcs have actually been pretty good with their animation and, like, what they do with their action scenes. Kagome has actually learned pretty damn well how to defend herself using a bow and arrow and all the like, and her shots are pretty damn impressive, so I'll give it that, especially, you know, what we were promised in the intro of I Am, which is pretty kick-ass. So, basically, then Kohaku becomes hypnotized by Naraku and tries to kill Kagome. And Kagome gets cut in the arm, and you're just like, oh shit, okay, this one might have some redeeming power because there's more violence involved. This psychotic kid is trying to kill Kagome like Michael Myers in Halloween. So, basically, Sango catches up to them and is basically going to kill her own brother and then herself to end their misery, which, that's another thing. You know, as much as Sango is, like, sticking with their group, that's really the only thing that keeps her alive. Like, if she wasn't with the group, she would have probably committed seppuku, which is kind of sad and depressing, honestly. But, to the point, Kagura takes Kohaku away, our heroes are kind of back in kind of a standstill, and Naraku has actually did take Kohaku's memories, even though Kohaku does have the mindset that he doesn't want to be controlled. So Naraku's like, oh, you don't want to be controlled. Okay, well, let me pop in back your PTSD memories. Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God, get away! It's like, you could tell, in a way, Naraku did him a favor because he took away the pain, but still made him a cold-blooded killer. So it is really fucked up the way Naraku is playing with this kid. It is beyond complete manipulation. It is really fucked up. So that's it for this arc, and honestly, it's repetitive, but it's okay. It's presentable, it's got some good darkness in it. In fact, I'll say this, the last two arcs I've been watching, this one, the previous one, really bring the show back to basics for me. In fact, I felt, in a way, I had that feeling I hadn't felt for the show in a long time, which is the feeling of being a newcomer to the show and seeing all this stuff. Like, I had that feeling watching these 2 episodes, which is something that's really hard to capture in multiple viewings of the series, and that's the thing I always pride myself for, is looking for that feeling I had when I watched it as a teenager and thoroughly enjoyed myself not knowing what was happening. And I felt that in the last 2 arcs. It was pretty good feeling, honestly. So basically, yeah, it's but the problem is it is repetitive, because we're dealing with the same thing. Sango and Kohaku's relationship either falling apart, they're gonna kill themselves, or, you know, their brother and sister and everything. And that's something I do want to bring up, is that it is really the only downside to these 2 characters, Sango and Kohaku. They're both great characters separately, don't get me wrong, they're great characters. But, unfortunately, when they're together as brother and sister, without saying it, without doing it, it comes off as a little icky. Like, Lannister icky. Because maybe it's because, you know, I've seen shit on the internet that is not pleasant at all in terms of, like, fan art, that I can't look at these 2 the same way again. But at the same time, like, the scene that really I'm kind of a little bit off on is where, you know, they're sitting together, Sango Kohaku, and she's talking nicely about the kid, wraps her arm around him and, like, holds him, and he's looking very uncomfortable, and it's like, first of all, he's still a kid, Sango. What are you doing? Second of all, on top of that, a kid with no memory of who he is. So, yeah, of course it's gonna fucking make him uncomfortable and confuse the shit out of him. But second of all, you're kind of siblings. Like, okay, yes, brothers and sisters do hug each other once in a while, you know, that's common because, you know, it's unconditional love for family and shit. But the way you do it, Sango, it's really icky. I'm sorry, it comes off that way. No offense to the animators, no offense to the scriptwriters, no offense to the voice actors involved, especially Carrie Sheridan, who's an amazing voice actress, but it comes off that way, and maybe it's because I've seen so much shit, Rule 34 on the internet, that it's like, I can't look away, but I can't unsee, like, that kind of relationship. And maybe it's also because at the time I was watching Game of Thrones, so there was a period where I was just like, this is fucked. This is kind of uncomfortable. But other than that, like, it's fine. Like, this episode's fine. If you like it, you like it. I mean, there are some good moments. The animation's great. The darkness is good. The acting's good. It's a decent one. But I feel like this is one you could, again, probably skip. I would say maybe give it about, maybe a 6 out of 10. It's not my personal favorite, but it's presentable. And considering other arcs that have happened that are completely pointless, this one's is one of the weaker ones, but it's still enjoyable. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. Check it out if you want. If you're part of the Team Sango group, you might get a kick out of it. So that's it for this InuYasha vlog, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yes, a little housekeeping. We are shooting all these at once because we're planning to move out soon, so we want to wrap up Season 2 here, especially for the next 2 arcs coming up. So, if you guys want to support the channel, go check out our Patreon, just $1 more. We'll get you early access to all of our content, as well as other special features. All the funds will be going towards a potential InuYasha fan film. On top of that, you can also subscribe to our channel. We've actually grown in the last few times we've done the vlogs. We're at 11,000 subscribers, which, holy crap, thank you all so much. And you can subscribe to us, hit that notification bell, like the video, all that good stuff. And of course, I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this arc? Let me know in the comment section below. So until the next video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off, saying, if you're gonna hang out with your siblings, don't be Lannisters. Later.